it looks like we're getting things back underway. And we do have the overlay, thank goodness. We don't have to make up times and scores and everything like that. But as you can see on your screen, it is Team BDS in the blue, in orange, Rix GG. And after that quick little reset, we are underway. And is that car pure white? Did I see that? That is a pure white car.
Wow, I've got to ask what decal he's using. I don't know how I'm going to get that information, but somebody will have to tell me because that looks insane. I think that's one of the most sought-after kind of car looks that anybody's ever had. I wonder if it's the new season reward decals that we're looking at here. And speaking of decals, pick up your Team BDS decal in the esports shop today, ladies and gents. Of course, there are some other great teams out there, but BDS is the real one that you want.
I think you're right. I think that is. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell from through the feed, but anyway, starting things off. It's marked by 8 out in front. We'll put that in far post. Well done. Able to pick this one up off of Polar, and Mikey Moon with the pressure forces that giveaway right at the top of the box.
And it does, and of course that forced challenge putting Polar no momentum, has to retreat into the net there, has almost no support in Magnus either. Both playing in the same kind of position makes it rather easy for Mark to find that gap, but it will be Rix down the other way. They had a shot chance there, but Monkey Moon was there to block it. Another chance coming across the front, and Monkey Moon there again. Good rotation.
Well, Rick still trying to find a little bit of pressure. Mark goes off the ceiling, gives it up to Magnus. Monkey Moon repping that BDS decal there. If you do like that, it is available in the store along with all the other esports decals, new and old. Make sure you check that out. Really cool to see everything get opened up here and support your favorite teams. BDS hopefully being one of them if you're watching the stream right now. But this is extra towards the back wall. Polar gonna play it away. Dead Monster demoed in goal. Monkey Moon's got a turn. He's able to get around one defender. The Polar plays it in. Magnus now wants to create out of the corner. 2 minutes gone by. A 1-0 game. Rix still looking for that bit of an offensive spark. We haven't seen them create too much offensively yet in this series.
No, we haven't, but, from what we've seen out of BDS, it can be a difficult team to start up some offense against, and a nice shot here will actually be denied by the crossbar. Extra not able to make the follow-up. But this is the kind of situation that I think we were expecting coming into this series, is Rix kind of getting boxed out by Team BDS in that offensive half with limited forays into the blue zone.
Well, here's Polar. He's going to send it back down. Dead Monster is looking to cause some chaos on the back line. Magnus does get around Monkey Moon there, and marked by 8. It's going to come out in front. Dead Monster, a quick shot. Bit high. Passes out back to Polar. This could be dangerous. Monkey Moon's got a one-on-one opportunity. Trying to be quick. There's the first challenge. Extra will follow, but Magnus just able to turn around in time. Makes the block. Still marked by 8. Wants to put some pressure on. Had an opening. Just missed it a bit wide. We stay 1-0 in this game. One of this best of 5. But Rix, they get a little bit of offense going, and then all of a sudden it's that fast transition from BDS, and they might even be able to put something together here.
That they might. Shot will come out of the corner and actually sneaks through. Monkey Moon against the defender still manages to put the second one on the board. And you were talking about these transition plays, comes together right here.
And have to say too, I know we've talked a lot about cars already, Squid, but the B on the top of Monkey Moon's car with the BDS decal is like the most adorable thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but that B is fantastic. Look at when we pan over to Monkey Moon here in a second, you'll see that B. It's wonderful. I love it.
But, looking at this game again, nothing really out of the ordinary. I think as far as our expectations go, BDS some quick transitions. Rix GG, slow, methodical tries at some offense. In the half, extra free shot here. That's going to do it. And a 3-0, again, not really subverting what we were looking at coming into this.
Yeah, it's a good challenge. Extra's just in a perfect spot, able to make that play. The rebound play gets to the ball well before any defender, and it's a bit of a risky play there from BDS as well. Extra was pushed well far forward, really trusting Monkey Moon to make that challenge on the defender, and it obviously works out, makes it a 3-0 game now. As again, it has been Rix struggling to get the ball out of the zone. And when they have, it hasn't stayed in the BDS territory for very long. Magnus wants to make a play. Monkey Moon picking up the Savior medal with that. Down into the BDS corner. Dead Monster needs to get something going if Rix wants any kind of opportunity to come back in this game. They need 3, and they've only got 40 seconds. That's a good play over the top. Only Monkey Moon is back. Extra on the back check, able to break that play up. And now with time ticking away, 30 seconds left, looks like BDS will secure game 1 fairly handedly here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, great tackle there by Extra, breaking up the passing play, or even the solo play is what it looked like he was going for at the time. But I think that's just another example as to what Team BDS are bringing to the table. That's a banger of a shot. The crossbar is going to ding it away, though. And Extra not satisfied with that one. He takes a bit of a break there in the corner to try and process. But it should just be a detail at this point. Blip on the radar, so to speak. And again, you know, looking back at this game, it was really all BDS when we got out on the attack. There were some quick attacks which ended in success. There were some slower pressure build-up attacks that seemed to end in success for us. But I think that the commonality there for Rix is that they had almost no offensive time. It felt like we were doing a lot in the midfield or in the offense. There was almost nothing of the blue half. Maybe they got a spare shot here or there, and there's that B that you're talking about.
Oh my God, it's so adorable.
That's pretty good. I gotta admit, that's pretty good.
Well, no, I agree with you. And while we've got the time, I think the field crew going to be repairing that crossbar squid. Extra left a dent in it. My goodness. Well placed shot. It's just a bit unfortunate it didn't go in. I mean, still, I think you're happy with a 3-0 game if you're BDS. Everybody getting involved. You know, everybody on the scoreboard. Actually, I think everybody had a goal and an assist in that game. So literally sharing the love across the field for BDS. And that's what we want to see, right? We want to see them playing well together as a team. It kind of fell apart last week when we got into those matchups against Galaxy Racer, but it looks like they're back to peak form here, playing together as a unit.
Yeah, right you are. Gives me kind of space station vibes over there on the NA side. And I know there's a lot of heat around that right now, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I'm just trying to make a comparison. I'm not saying who's better, all right? Just, you know, don't worry about it. But I think that is a great way for us to look right now. Back in fighting form, as you mentioned, and getting those assists is going to be all important. That means our rotation is strong. No double commits. We saw a couple of miscommunications last week in that critical series against Galaxy Racer.
Well, unless Reynolds can come out this next week of the grid with like a tiny little spaceman or something to rival the B, we'll have to give the edge to BDS purely for the adorableness.
He's gonna have like an imposter on his roof. That would be an amazing time. Can we get that crossover?
Yeah, an Among Us crossover. That's definitely high on the list of things that I would certainly love to see. But until then, we're going to enjoy this matchup here. BDS trying to take down Rix early on. First minute gone of game 2. No score as of yet. Marked by 8. Wants to play it into the front there, but Polar, quick transition. Forces Monkey Moon to make the back ball play over to Extra. Now all the way back down. Dead Monster in a bit of a tough spot. Just going to pop it up. Hoping for some help from Polar. This will be Monkey Moon on the shot off the crossbar. Magnus, solid touch, forces Marked by 8 to retreat. They continue to play 0-0 with the first minute and a half gone in game 2.
And yet such a great transition here for BDS. You can see cleared out of the zone. They immediately fielded it to the back wall and were able to push it directly back into the offensive zone. It's causing some difficulties here for Rix. And this is what I was trying to exemplify there in the last game, is that we were having a lot of midfield plays. That was almost an own goal, and it's going to end up punishing. What in the world was that?
Well, that took, I think, both of us by surprise. Magnus, he's up for it. It's a relatively routine play. Just gets on the wrong side of the ball. As you said, nearly own goals, but turns into a goal nonetheless. Rick's got to try to put that behind them. A gift given to BDS at the 2-minute mark for a 1-0 game. And, you know, I was appreciative of the point you were making in the transition game for BDS. Here's another one. Good save by Magnus this time, but the rebound for Marked by 8 will score. And I think that goes back to exactly what you were saying. The attack off the transition works out again.
Yeah, attack after attack after attack. This is basically bread and butter here for BDS, and I can't help but feel that this might be their game plan against Rix. We're just overpowering the defense. Whenever we get out onto that attacking half, and we have more than one asset in the area with no setup defensive rotation, we are just throwing shot after shot on target, and that, again, is Exhibit A. Another pass out in front will only be denied because Monkey Move was taken out of the play. That's a bit of a misplay. Will be just wide of the net. And again, does get away. Bit of a close call there on the defensive end. Would be the first for Rix GG, in which they put that one on inside the post if you're them.
Definitely looking for some room. Good pass to Mark. That one saved by Magnus. The collective his savior medal in the game now. This is extra. Back wall. Polar will block it away. 2 minutes left to go. Game 2 and a 2-0 lead for BDS. As extra towards the back wall. And you know, this seems a bit different from what we saw yesterday, a bit different from what we saw last week from BDS. Squid is, you know, they kind of let teams hang around in series. They let them, you know, take a game or two early on. It kind of seems like BDS needed to grow into the series. But this time around, it looks like they're out for blood. There has been no time and space on this pitch for Rix at all.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. And again, I think that returns to the midfield play. Oh, that's going to be a sketchy save. Wow. The goal. We get it away. Marked by 8. Somehow makes the heroic save and touches that one out to the midfield. And Rix, the best opportunity they must have had all series long, goes by the wayside. And I think that just goes to really give an example to your point. Another save coming out on the back end. Will be a shot chance out in front. Will be denied again. There, BDS are just taking nothing from their opponents right now, and it's not uncommon to see that kind of shift in gameplay as you move from one day of the grid to the next in the playoff. But this might be on another level. That defense holding strong, to say the least.
It's certainly one of BDS's points of pride. As extra, oh, he's by everybody. Extra does it again. Makes the entire lobby look silly, and it's 3-0.
Oh my goodness, that honestly, I feel like this is game 3 at this point. You just stop. I think you left it all on the field at that point. Just you don't need to do any more damage. Luckily for Rix, there are only 38 seconds left in this game. As the kickoff commences, Rix almost allowing another shot there, but not quite.
Well, we've only got the final 25 seconds to tick down here in game 2. And it will be a 2-0 BDS series lead. Magnus can't get out to that one. Polar demoed, marked by 8 to Monkey Moon for another, just a bit high. But BDS on the warpath, it would seem right now, up against Rix. And certainly the way we expected this series to go up to this point, it has been all BDS all the time, and that'll be a 3-0 game here in game number 2. And again, I mean, it's been 10 minutes of Rocket League, and Rix is still looking for their first.
Yep, I can't help but wonder if maybe we should start a I'll do 10 sit-ups every time that BDS shuts out the opposing team in a match. And then we can say, like, I'll do 30 sit-ups if we get a perfect series, because that's like an additional, like, 3-0 on top of that with the no goals scored. Oh, dear. I feel like that's going to be a bad idea. But, you know, I'll commit to that bit, you know?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll get my sit-ups during the break here for this last 2 games. But, yeah, hopefully I'm ripped. Hopefully I'll have, like, an 8-pack by the end of the day.
Yeah, just by the end of today. Yeah, imagine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, though, Rix did have a couple of quality opportunities. And though I say a couple, I do mean a literal couple, like 2 at best. Mm-hmm. And even then, we were able to get it away.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it looks like on both sides of the ball, the game has kind of been sorted out by Team BDS. Now, of course, you know, we do know them for their stellar defense a lot of the time. They always seem to be able to shut down high-scoring teams. But, it's felt a little shaky at times. We've seen some crazy double commits, triple commits even from BDS, and it doesn't look like, you know, knock on wood here going into game 3, but it doesn't look like they've fallen victim to that so far today. And that's good. Again, it seems like a bit of a return to form. I think they want to get back to their winning ways, having, you know, come close in the last couple of events, but, you know, maybe coming up a bit short, wanting to prove as much as they can that they are, at the very least, the #1 team in Europe. And we're going to see the battle bus again. I think it's Monkey Moon this time around. I believe Monkey Moon used it yesterday as well, but that just shows the confidence. The battle bus is out again.
I certainly hope so. We're just going to see Monkey Moon styling all over the opponents all day today, which isn't really out of the ordinary, but I suppose now that he's got the battle bus, it's essentially a fact of life. That almost actually finds its way on target. That would have been an insane way to start the game. But I think that it's a good sign for BDS to have this kind of start. As you mentioned, getting all the blocks on the goal line when necessary, clearing it out on the defensive side, almost putting a shot in here. But for me, it's all about those rotations, because you can't have that kind of solid defensive line if you're having those kinds of miscues, which we saw again last week against Galaxy Racer. And as you mentioned, leaving a couple of series with a bit of an open end, right? With leaving a couple of games on the field that probably should have gone our way. But a completely different story this time around, and although we have found ourselves on a little bit of defense, we've gotten the stray shot in here or there. That might be another one, but Dead Monster's able to play it away.
Now Monkey Moon will pick it up, though. Trying to get around Magnus. Underneath Polar there. Dead Monster last back. Nobody going to commit to that, but a well-played play out of the corner there from Monkey Moon. Extra send that towards the net. Marked by 8, the challenge onto Magnus. Monkey Moon in support. This will come out in front. Extra wants to find the shot, but a great block by Dead Monster. Going to keep that one out, and we continue to play on 0-0 through the first 2 minutes as Monkey Moon takes control. Flip reset, just saved away. Dead Monster gets to that one as well.
And I saved there for Ricks, but they're holding on to a thread right now. They have got to get this one away. And for BDS, this attack just keeps coming and coming. And now in their own backfield, watch out for that transition play. We've seen it so many times before. We might get an open backfield here. Monkey Moon able to make the play. Magnus with no boost has to defer. An unfortunate missed chance there for Ricks once again. But I'll reiterate how few opportunities it feels they've had. I feel this series is no different. Monkey Moon and Mark Bay make the pinch play to get that away from the oncoming attacker. This is an impressive showcase of defensive prowess.
Yeah, they had to do that as well. Extra got bumped off the back wall. That was the first line of defense. But everybody ready on the goal line. They're got to be ready this time as well. Monkey Moon on the save. Mark by 8 wants to find the clear. And Ricks has really been trying to press this defense. Still, they've come up empty with 2 minutes left to go in game 3. As now Polar again towards the back wall. Monkey Moon will catch and return to the midfield. Dead Monster now Extra. There's Polar at the midfield line, marked by 8. Trying to find some support in Monkey Moon. He's waiting for the boost. Does eventually find it, gets back to the ball, and Extra will play it in. 90 seconds left. Marked by 8, giveaway. Magnus wants to punish, but will be easily played away. BDS has certainly been on the back foot so far in this game, but you know, still we find ourselves deadlocked at 0. This next goal could very well decide the game.
I can't help but feel right now for BDS, we're starting to space out a little bit more than we had initially during this series, but I think that it's not necessarily a bad play call. Ricks.GG certainly getting a little bit closer to the goal line than I think we would have anticipated after seeing those first 2 games, which is a palpable improvement. No less, that might be a double tap. It will be marked by 8. Oh my goodness, I was not about to give him credit for that one, but he makes it happen anyways.
And he has to go around the defender here as well, getting back to that ball, perfectly placed. Nothing Dead Monster could do. He would have had to jump for that one extremely early. Can't get the read. And a beautifully done double touch by Mark by 8 makes it a 1-0 game. 50 seconds left to go. BDS looking to put a cap on this series early. Send us to break before we've really even had a chance to get into the stream here, Squid. That is just how BDS seems to want to do things this week, as that's going to be across the box. Dead Monster, quick shot. Monkey Moon able to get up to it, using the entirety of the battle bus for that save. Wants to play it out of the corner. This will come out in front. It's there dangerously, but Extra just going to get to it. And with 15 seconds left, Monkey Moon. Oh, the bump onto Dead Monster. Going to force the turn from Polar. Marked by 8 will play that in. 5 seconds left. Out of the corner they come. Monkey Moon and Extra both jump for it. It'll stay up in the air. Dead Monster's got to keep the ball up. There's Marked by 8 to finish it, and the perfect sweep is in. Team BDS take the first series without dropping a goal.
Very well played. And as we mentioned so many times, it's all about that rotation, keeping that in line. You can see from the save counter here, we actually had to put up 5, which is an impressive performance. Again, from Rix, they managed to make a change.